The world expected peace to be simple. They were wrong. After the darkness fell away, after Lucien's arrest and the quiet proposal beneath the oak tree, Adrian and Elara learned something few people talk about. Healing does not end when danger does. Sometimes, healing is harder than survival. The coastal town welcomed them without knowing who they truly were. No one bowed. No one feared. No one whispered. They were just Adrian and Elara, two people who walked hand in hand through early morning markets, who shared coffee on balconies overlooking the sea, who argued about curtains and laughed about burned dinners. And yet, some nights, Adrian still woke up shaking. Some nights, Elara still flinched at sudden sounds. They never pretended otherwise. "I don't want us to lie about being okay," Elara said once, resting her head against his chest. "I want us to be honest, even when it's ugly." Adrian kissed her hair gently. "I spent my whole life pretending strength meant silence," he replied. "I won't do that with you." Their foundation grew faster than expected. Victims of organized crime came forward. Families asked for help. Journalists began asking questions. And with attention came suspicion. How can a former mafia leader be trusted? Is this just a way to clean blood money? Is Elara being used? Elara read every article. Adrian read none. But he felt their weight anyway. One night, Elara placed a newspaper on the table between them. "They're questioning your change," she said softly. Adrian exhaled. "They should." She reached for his hand. "They're questioning me too. They think I stayed because I was afraid." His jaw tightened. "I would burn the world before letting anyone think you're weak." Elara squeezed his hand. "Then don't burn it," she said. "Stand in the light with me." The invitation came from the capital. A global summit on crime reform. Adrian was asked to speak. Not as a criminal, but as a cautionary tale. The night before the speech, Adrian stood in front of the mirror, staring at a man he barely recognized. "I don't belong there," he said quietly. Elara stepped behind him. "You belong wherever truth is," she replied. "But what if they provoke me?" he asked. "What if I slip?" Elara met his eyes in the reflection. "Then I'll still be here," she said. "But I won't protect you from accountability." That honesty hurt and healed. The summit was clean, polite, civil, and cruel. They didn't threaten Adrian with weapons. They questioned him with smiles. "Do you believe someone like you deserves forgiveness? Do you think love absolves violence? Is redemption just a story criminals tell themselves?" Adrian answered every question without defense. "I don't deserve forgiveness," he said. "I work for it every day." The room went silent. That night, Elara held him while he finally cried, not from pain, but from release. "I didn't fight," he whispered. "I didn't hide." She kissed his tears. "That's strength," she said. Then came her invitation. A women's leadership forum. They wanted her story, but not the way she wanted to tell it. They framed her as the victim who stayed, the woman who saved a dangerous man, the proof that love fixes broken men. Elara stood on stage, heart pounding, and refused the script. "I didn't save him," she said clearly. "He chose to change, I chose to stay. Those are different things." Some applauded. Some walked out. Adrian watched from the back, pride and fear twisting together. That night, Elara admitted something she had never said aloud. "I'm scared they'll always see me as someone who endured, not someone who decided." Adrian cupped her face. "Then we'll keep showing them," he said. Every day. Months later, a financial crisis hit the foundation. Funds frozen, accounts questioned, all legal but humiliating. Adrian felt the old instinct rise. The urge to threaten, to manipulate, to control. He didn't act. Instead, he told Elara, "I want to do something I shouldn't," he admitted. She didn't judge him. She sat beside him. "Thank you for telling me," she said. "That's how we stop it." They solved it the slow way. Lawyers, transparency, patience. Adrian learned something terrifying and beautiful. Love did not need him to be powerful. It needed him to be present. Not every test was external. One night, after a brutal week, Adrian withdrew. Silent, closed. Elara noticed. "You're disappearing," she said gently. "I'm tired of being watched," he replied sharply, "of proving myself." Her voice trembled. "And I'm tired of loving someone who shuts me out." Silence fell between them. Old fear stirred. For the first time since the darkness, Elara packed a bag. Not to leave forever. To remind them both, choice mattered. Adrian stopped her not by force, not by guilt, by truth. "I don't want to lose you," he said, "but I don't want to cage you with my fear either." She unpacked slowly. They held each other all night. They stopped trying to be symbols. They became people again. They argued. They laughed. They failed. They learned that love wasn't about grand gestures anymore. It was about listening without defending, apologizing without excuses, staying without possession. One evening, Elara rested her head on Adrian's shoulder. "We survived darkness," she said, "but staying in the light is harder." Adrian smiled faintly. "But it's worth it. No headlines, no luxury. Just the sea, close friends, quiet vows." Adrian spoke first. "I promise to choose honesty over control, presence over power, you every day." Elara's voice shook. "I promise to stay as long as love is mutual, to leave if it becomes fear, and to never forget who I am." They kissed, not for the world, for themselves. Years later, the foundation stood strong. Children learned, families healed, lives rebuilt. Adrian taught conflict resolution. Elara taught resilience. Sometimes people recognized them. Sometimes they didn't. And that was freedom. One evening, watching the sunset, Elara asked, "Do you ever regret who you were?" Adrian thought carefully. "I regret the pain," he said, "but without it, I wouldn't know how precious this is." She leaned into him. Neither of them perfect, both of them choosing. Love doesn't end when darkness fades, it proves itself when light demands honesty.